Okay. So now what we want to do here, like first we'll see what is the use of useReducer. Okay. So generally, whenever we are writing any component, we'll write some logic, right? Suppose I want to create a, here I want to add one button. Okay. Whenever I'm clicking a button, I want to add that one number, generated number to the array, and I want to add the sum. Okay, something like this. First, let us see the problem. So first I want to have one, take one array. Here I want to add one button. So button and add number, something, add num. And here you will write like a class name is equal to btn hyphen success. Okay. So whenever we are clicking on this button, we want to generate one number and we want to add it to the array. This is the task we want to do it. Okay. And let us, we will display that numbers in the bottom. So first add one function here in the top, function add num. Okay. Something like this. Okay. So here what I'm trying to do, I'm writing a add num here and I want to add one data to here, right? That is the reason I'm calling a set data. Okay. So I am writing like a this dot dot dot. So I, whatever the data is existing is there, I want to copy all the data. There is no problem. I want to do it. Okay. Apart from this, I want to add another new number. So for new number, what I can do, simply I can generate, I want to generate one new number. Okay. Let new num is equal to math dot random. Okay. With this math dot random will generate a number between the 0 to 1. And I want to generate some 3 digits or 2-digit number. And finally, I want to round it to the 0. I want to make it to the, I'll say 2 fixed is equal to 0. I don't want points, everything. Okay. So that is the reason I will call it. So, and I will add this new number to the array here. Okay. So let us copy this add number and paste it here. Okay. So let's go to here, add number, but we are not seeing anywhere. First, let's print this array. I will say here, how many elements are there? So I will say data dot length length. So, and I need to add inside the curly braces. Okay. So the currently 1 is there. Let's click. So there are 5 elements are there. Now I want to display 5 elements in the bottom, one by one, one by one. Okay. So if you want to print any array elements one by one, then what you can do? You can write one JSX code, right? You can write one JSX code. Okay. And you can write like a, let's go for data dot map and something like this. Okay. So here I am writing like a data dot map. So I am iterating this map, and here this will take one function, and here I can take any number, any variable, no problem. And second is nothing but a index, open bracket. Okay. And I want to return a new div for every time. Okay. So, and whatever the number is there, I am printing here. And there is a property called key. Okay. Key is important to track the changes. Okay. So let me save it here and see the output. So 405, 685, something like this, we have it. Okay, we have some numbers. Now let me click here. So automatically the numbers are happening, right? This is okay. Now I want to add a button, delete button right side. Whenever I want to click it, I want to delete that variable. So do you know how to add a delete button here? Yes, we can do it, right? Simply we can go here inside the div. You can write a button. Okay. And one button. And you can write a remove or delete, anything is fine. Delete. Okay. And let us write a class. I want a ms2. I want left side some space, and I want to write a delete button. btn outline hyphen danger. So let's have something like this. Okay. So this is the one I want to do like this. Okay. Suppose you want to have some space, always class name is equal to, and I want padding hyphen 2 border. I want for every something. So see, now my array is defined like a 405, 600, something like this. And you can write a overflow and all these things we can do like this. This is okay. Now, whenever I'm clicking here, I want to remove that object. Simple. This is an array. I want to remove an element from array. What is the method we should use it? Splice method. Wherever you want to remove it, we can use a splice method. So the splice method will remove the data. Okay. So now whenever I'm clicking, now what is the code I should write it? Internally, I should write one function and inside that function I should write a splice function. Okay, so let us go and use it. So first delete button, you should write one. What is the event? On click event. Okay, on click event. Okay, I will say handle delete. Okay, but important point is whatever the index I am trying to delete, I should know that, right? That is the reason I will copy the index here. I will open, I will write a s6 function, and I am going to write like a handle delete, and I am going to pass a index. Okay, so this index I will copy here, and let us write one function in the top. Either you can write a normal function or you can write a s6 function. Okay, so I am writing a handle delete and index. Okay, so first I am copying all my data, something like this, and whichever, if you want to delete any variable, what is the method you should use? It splice. Okay, and inside the splice, what is the index you want to delete? It already you know that. How many elements I want to remove? It one. Okay, and you will call the API again. Okay, file save all. Okay. So let us try to see this time. I have removed how many elements now? 6. 5. Now automatically working, right? Now let us see the problem here. So where you are writing your logic, now you are updating, you are adding one element, you are deleting one element. Where you are writing that logic, how many places it is there? So here in this method, one time is there. Okay, in this method, one more time is there. Suppose you are going to write some crucial logic, crucial things, it will be, you will be writing multiple methods, right? Okay, to solve this problem, what they have done is they have given one hook. That hook name is called a useReducer. Whenever you want to perform any like a calculations or any multiple actions like adding, deleting, updating in a single component, then you can go for an reducer called like a hook called useReducer. Okay, so we have done without useReducer. Now we will see with the reducer. Okay, so first thing we need to define our state here. Okay, so the first is what we have to do, we have to define our state. I'll go here and I will define my state constant. Okay, initial state is equal to something like this. Okay, initial state is equal to empty array, something, because what is the data I am writing in the by default data? Empty array. So that is the reason I am taking a empty array. Okay, and second thing is now I need to create one reducer function. Okay, so let us constant, you can write a constant reducer. Okay, this reducer is a function which will take 2 arguments. You can write a normal function or you can write a s6 also, that is okay. Okay, I will say state comma action. So this is the method arguments. I will write a open bracket and a close bracket. Okay, so see here, this is a reducer. I can store in any variable name, no problem. Okay, and this is the es6 function. Okay, so after this one here, what we have to do first, whenever you want to add, like we need to decide, right? So inside the action, whenever we have discussed about the regex, what is the action? Action is nothing but one simple object. Internally we have one property called type property, correct, right? And we have a payload also, type and a payload. So here we'll write like a switch. Okay, switch, and we need to say action data type property. So why we are writing switch case here? I want to write a multiple cases. I want to handle add, I want to handle delete, I want to handle replace, I want to do multiple things. Okay, that's the reason I'm writing a switch case. So first case you need to write it a case, something like a add num. Okay, this is my case, and open bracket and close bracket. Okay, I will go and write like a break here. Why the break is important? If you are not writing break, automatically it will execute to the bottom also, right? That is the reason the break is important. Or instead of this one, we can return also. If you are writing a return, if you are writing a return like this is also fine, perfectly fine. Okay, so that is okay. And second, and what is the second statement I want to do? Delete some number. Okay, and open bracket. Here I want to, whenever you want to delete it, what is the logic you have written? So whatever the logic I have written, I will copy here, man. Okay, so we will not do any new things. I'm just copying this number. I will add this new number to here. So whatever the number I'm adding here. So this is the first step. And deleting, what is the logic I have written here? So I'm copying the index. Okay, let me go to here. Here I need to get that index, right? I will say action dot payload. So this action dot payload is nothing but my index. Okay. And here I will say what is my variable name? State. Okay. Something. So there is a new data and we know it here. This all are yellow color. Why we are showing is we need to write a default case. That is the reason it is showing like a default. Just warning only. So let me write like a, if no other is matching, I'll write a default state and I'll write a console dot log of invalid type, something like this. Okay. So here and we will return the new data. So this is what. So first let us see. First I am writing a one function. Inside the function, what are the things I am doing? I am taking action and a state. The state is nothing but this data, whatever the data you are storing here. Okay. And this action is nothing but a one object. Inside the object, you will have a two properties, type and a payload. So here I am checking type. If type is matching add number, this will be executed. If type is matching with the delete number, this will be executed. If it is not matching with any number, it is going to execute this code. So that is the logic. Okay. Now we have done this logic. Now we need to use the hook. What is our hook name? useReducer. Okay. I will copy this useReducer and we are going to use inside the component. Earlier, what is the hook we are maintaining? useState. Okay. I will comment out this one. And this time I am going to use like a useReducer. Okay. So data. Okay. And not this is the wrong. Okay. Let me write like a data and second argument is like a dispatch here. You can write any name, but the proper name is a dispatch. Okay. And here useReducer will take a two arguments. This useReducer will take a two arguments. The first argument is nothing but a your reducer function. What is your reducer function name here? Reducer. That's the reason I will give a reducer. And the second argument is nothing but a default value. What is the default value? I want to have it empty array. That is nothing but a separate. Okay, two things I have given. So what are the changes I have done in the component level? I have removed my data variable, state variable, and here I am writing some code right. I will remove here, and this also I will remove it here. Okay, state variable. So now what is the thing I want to do it? I have removed the logic. I have removed the only methods are there. Now we want to update to our state. Okay. Whenever you want to update any data to the state regex, what is the method we will use it? Dispatch. Whenever we want to get data from regex, we will use a useSelector. So this is similar like a regex approach. So that is the reason whenever I want to update my data, I need to call a second argument called dispatch. Okay. Dispatch. So this dispatch will take a, so one, this is an action object, right? Inside the action object, we need to have one property. What is the property? Type. That type name is nothing but a add number. This number should match with this case label. Okay. Yes. Suppose now I'll go to delete, and whenever you want to delete, what is the code? You should write it here. Okay. I will say dispatch. Okay. Inside the dispatch, my type is a delete number. And I want to tell which one I want to delete it, right? That is the reason I will pass that data inside the payload. That payload, I will pass it as an index. That means whenever I'm clicking it, I am passing my index to the reducer. Okay. So file, save all. Let us try to see it here. There is no component at all. Let me click add number. 20 is coming. Click 2, 3, 4, 5. Still the working, it is working fine, right? Now, if you go and identify where is your original logic you have written for the save and delete and everything. Where is your original? All logic is there. Your entire logic is in only one place. Where is that place? This reducer function. Okay. Go and see, is there any code I have written? No code at all. Is there any code I have written in the deleter? No code at all. Where I have written all the code? Inside the reducer function. So whenever you are writing any complex operation, you want to keep all your logic in one place. Then you can go for one hook. What is that hook name? useReducer.